In this video, I'm gonna tell you about the study tips which I used from going bad scores to above average scores. Because you are not in my competition, I've completed my studies. This is my 10th mark sheet and I barely passed in mathematics. And this is my 12th mark sheet and I got 93 in accountancy. And I was one of the toppers in my college too. Anyway, I'm gonna tell you about how you can enjoy K-drama and K-pop or anything you like and still be able to score above average. This may not work for the toppers who want to score 90 to 95%, but it will work for students who want to score 70 to 85%. This video is divided into three sections. First is going to be theoretical, where you have to write long answers. Second is going to be practical, like maths and physics and accountancy. Third section, I'm gonna tell you about how you can enjoy things while doing studies as well. So let's get this video started. The first thing you're going to do is having a good command on English. The biggest problem I found was I was not able to understand what the books were saying because all of them were in English. It was in 10th when I started watching K-dramas and reading subtitles, and then I was able to understand English. You don't have to watch K-dramas, you can watch anything that is in English. Now let's discuss notes. You're not gonna make longest paragraph for notes. That's the first mistake everybody do because your brain is not capable of handling that much of a load. Your brain is useless. Always underestimate your brain. Now let's just say your topic is Strong Woman Dobong soon. You're gonna make notes like it was released in 2017, the male lead is Park Hyun-sik, the female lead is Park Bo-young. No, we are not gonna make notes like that. We are gonna make notes in one pointers like 2017, Park Hyun-sik, Park Bo-young, and blah 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 blah. But all the pointers are gonna be just in one word. The reason for doing this is that your brain will not be overloaded with useless information. You can actually make sentences now. In exam, we have to write 5 or 6 pointers for 5 marks, but we have to write 10 pointers in our notes because our memory sucks too. Don't trust your memory. We are gonna forget. Even in exam, until and unless it is explicitly said that you have to write in notes, you're gonna write in pointers like this. Because most teachers are gonna read the headlines of the pointers and give you the marks until and unless you are a topper. But if you are a topper, they're gonna check your answer sheets thoroughly, so there is no escaping. This is a pro tip for movies and series. In today's era, there are lots of animated videos which are available on YouTube which explains your topic better. If you have history, you can watch movies from that event, like you can watch a movie on World War. There are lots of science related video as well. Visualization does help me better because I love watching things rather than reading things. Now for subjects like maths, physics, accountancy, where you have to solve questions, I'm gonna need you to torture yourself because that's what I did too. If I get stuck while solving a question, I used to get stuck for like 30-40 minutes until I solve it on my own. Reason because there is no time pressure on me right now. I can use as much as time I want. And if I get stuck on a question for 30-40 minutes for solving it, I will remember it how I solve it. Because now it's a negative memory for me. I tortured myself to solve it for 30-40 minutes. We actually remember negative memories better than the positive memories. It's an evolutionary trait. I'm just using it for my advantage. I can get stuck for 1 hour to solve a question in my room, but not in exam hall, so prepare it beforehand. So, how I actually did it. If I get stuck on a question, I used to try solving it on my own. If I can't, I used to look at similar examples in the book and try to solve it the same way. If I still can't understand, I used to look at the answers given at the back of the books. If I still can't understand, I just used to ask the teacher because why the hell I'm paying the fees for. Apart from this, clear your basics. It is very important. And you can actually listen to music while solving problems, but only if you can concentrate. Otherwise, don't do it. Also, lots of students use to write short forms so they can solve the problem fast. Don't do it. Don't use short forms while practicing because it may become a habit and you can mistakenly write short form in exam. Short forms are not allowed in exam, especially in accountancy. In my school, I saw notebooks of everyone and everyone used to write short form like this. They used to do this so that they can solve question fast and answer quickly in class. But does it really matter if you answer it fast in class? Your speed in exam hall matters. So write full form while writing your answers, whether in class or while you are practicing alone. It will improve your speed and it will become a habit. Now, the main part, how you can enjoy while focusing on your studies as well. Do the studies. That's the first step. And the next step is enjoyment. While studying, you have to take care of your mental health. Don't be anxious, don't take stress. I will tell you why. There was a girl in my school, and we knew she will gain at least 70 to 75% based on how she performed in our class. Do you know how much she gained? 49%. Why? Because her self confidence was so low. My school was basically a shit show. People were mean, opportunistic, and there was school politics. I went through the same thing as her. But my case was different. Because I had three things she didn't have. First, anger issues. No matter how much low I'm feeling, I'm not letting anyone disrespect me. So in school, if someone passes a mean comment, I used to pass a more mean comment. Second, people I surround myself with. You should surround yourself with good people too. I'm not saying go and be friends with the toppers, but make sure your friends don't look down on you while you are focusing on yourself. The ones who respect you and your choices. If I started to answer teacher's question, my bestie was not looking down on me, saying I was teacher's pet or anything. If I said I wanted to skip PE and study in class, she would laugh at me. Even if she wanted to do something different, she respected my choices. We never left each other. Right now we are bestie too. While the girl I was talking about, her bestie left her for another girl. She was all alone for a while. And the third, the content I was watching was influencing me to be better. Everyone know I'm an army and lots of BTS songs are talking about mental health, self-confidence and such stuff. I was consuming it and shutting the negative school talks around me. While she on the other hand was not consuming such content. Now whether anybody agrees or not, but whatever content you watch you get influenced by it. Now during your exams, I need you to listen to songs that raise your confidence up. Watch K-drama. It does not have to be a K drama. You can watch anything that encourages you to be better. I have made a playlist of the songs that I used to listen and added some more songs, which I feel like they boost my confidence right up. The link of the playlist is in the description. Lots of my followers say, T, you are so savage, T, you are so cool. I did not build this personality in a day. There were teenage days when I felt the lowest, especially because of my school. I backed myself up. I learned the art of being alone. I focused on the things that I like. Now let's focus on what you can do. For series and stuff, I used to study for 2 hours and then used to watch an episode every day. I started my preparations in September October of 2018 and my boards exam were in March 2019. Every day 2 hours studies after school and then do whatever the fuck I want. During exam and pre-exam, I used to increase my time for study. Instead of 2 hours, I used to study for 4 hours. And during exam, I used to study for whole day and listen to songs. On exam day, I used to wake up at 4 a.m. and revise for 2 hours. And from 6 a.m. onwards, I started to get ready. Like making braids and wearing uniform, and while doing that, I used to blast BDS songs in my room. During exam, I remember in front of exam hall, everyone was anxious and reading books, and I was having fun talks with my bestie. Why? Because I know I have already completed my studies and I know everything. 5 minutes more study is not gonna give me anything but anxiety. So my whole focus was on relaxing. There was another technique I used. If you have someone who looked down on you or underestimated you, and if you wanna look down on them, you gotta be above them. Your anger will be like a fuel for your hard work. But I don't recommend this if you are not emotionally stable. Because anger is like a fire. If you don't know how to control it, you will burn everyone around you, including yourself. Your this anger should be directed on your culprits and not on innocent people who cares about you. The next thing is know your capabilities. I got 82 in 12th. I knew that's my capability. If I overestimated myself and thought I will get 95, would I be happy right now despite getting 82? No. So you should also know your capabilities and don't overestimate yourself. Have low expectations. If you get high, that's even better. Also, make sure no one ruins your result day by saying, where did you lose your marks? Focus on the gains, not the loss. And last, I have seen toppers struggling in real life and I have seen backbenchers succeeding. But I have also seen toppers succeeding and backbenchers suffering. It all depends on you. So these marks will become just a mark sheet in corporate world. Your skills are more important. Don't lose confidence. You are just a teenager. I've completed theory, practical and mental health. But what about MCQs? There is only two way. Either know all of the answers or this. I have no idea what to say now, so